we are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. We heard how Yudhishthir Maharaj, he realized his eternal self by that practice, and he totally renounced this world. After that, Maharaj Yudhishthir dressed himself in torn clothing, gave up eating all solid foods, voluntarily became dumb, and left his hair hang loose. All this combined to make him look like an urchin or madman with no occupation. He did not depend on his brothers for anything. And just like a deaf man, he heard nothing, because he is hearing commentary, thus being freed from all external affairs because of having internal spiritual life. He had nothing to do with imperial life or family prestige, and for all practical purposes he posed himself exactly like an inert mad urchin and did not speak of material affairs. And he had no dependence on his brothers, who had all along been helping him. This stage of complete independence from everything is also called the purified stage of fearlessness. In reality, Krishna is the only maintainer. We may get through some instruments, but ultimately Krishna is the one who gives or does not give. So one who is a realized soul, he is not depending on anyone, but he is depending on Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord then provides, either directly or through someone. But his vision is Krishna is giving, not others. When Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Gosai Maharaj first time saw Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur in Calcutta, at that time he saw this, he got this vision, that this man is not depending on anyone in this world. He's totally independent of anyone in this world. He has connection with something higher. So all pure devotees, we have to come to that understanding in Sharanagati, sixfold Sharanagati, we have to practice. So the main limb of Sharanagati, of six, according to Jiva Goswami, is Angi, not Anga. Angi is one who has limbs, not the limbs. So Angi and Anga. So of all six, this one, Goptrite Baranam, to accept that Krishna is soul maintainer, means only one soul, only one maintainer, is the main point in Sharanagati. It is like Angi, without which others are not working. Others are dependent on this one. To accept that Krishna is the only maintainer. Sometimes we may see some person is taking help of another person for getting these necessities like this. Then this man is afraid, if that person will die, then how I will survive? But the point is, even if that person dies, still that person will not be deprived of anything. Why? Because some other instrument will be there. Or Krishna himself will give that. If this person has that that thing in his karma, it is not like if I have in my karma that I will have such and such amount of money and I'm getting from someone, then I'm thinking I'm getting from him. If he dies, then I will not get. But it is not true. If I have such amount, even if that person dies, still by some other instrument I will get that money. Because ultimately Krishna is giver. Or he is not giver. Even if someone wants to give to someone, he cannot, unless Krishna sanctions. So to understand this point, I heard also from Srila Bharati Maharaj, how they are actually seeing this, that actually Krishna is giving through someone. One time, one devotee, during Kartik time, very early in the morning, he brought hot water, means a little heated water, to Srila Bharati Maharaj too, for bath. And he said, Maharaj, I brought you this water. With little pride, I brought you this water. Then immediately Bharati Maharaj said, I know who is bringing me this water. I have his address, I have his phone number, I know who is bringing. In this way, he awakened that another devotee, that you should not think you are some independent doer or server or like this servant. No. That false ego should not be there. Actually, if Krishna does not give, no one can give. So Bharati Maharaj had that vision. Krishna is bringing me this water through you. Not you are independently doing this. And who is maintainer? There may be instruments, but ultimately behind Krishna is there. So he understood this, he realized. That is why he could be totally independent externally from anyone. Our only maintainer is Krishna. That is necessary to practice. Otherwise, devotion will not start if we don't practice Sharanagati. Sharanagati is basis. So pure devotion cannot start unless we practice these points. And therefore, he is fearless. Because Krishna is maintainer and he is the owner of everything and he is omnipotent. I am his child. So what fear can be there? No fear. Krishna is maintainer, Krishna is protector. But we have to realize this, and for this we have to practice. Then we can get the result of fearlessness. Otherwise, if anxiety, fear, all this disturbance, everything is there, means we are not having practical realization of our eternal relation with Krishna and who is He. He's omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, He's everywhere. Some friend may help you in your own city, but if you go to some other place, that friend is not there, so you are thinking, then who will help me? But Krishna is everywhere. And everything is His in reality. And He is omniscient, omniscient. He knows everything. He can warn you in advance from some danger or something. And He's also omnipotent. He can do whatever He likes. So if you have connection with Him, like pure devotees, then naturally they are fearless. Udichi praviveshasham gata purvam mahatmabhi hridi brahma param dhyayan navarteta yato gata. Even someone may think I am not being helped by anyone. I independently I am maintaining myself by my work, by my everything. I am independently maintaining myself. That is also false ego. You cannot maintain yourself unless Krishna gives you that power. If he takes away, you cannot do any kind of work. If someone is falsely proud, I'm maintaining myself by my work. That is also false ego. If not acknowledging Krishna, dependence on Krishna. That is ahankar. I am doer, independent doer. So Yudhishthir Maharaj, he then started towards the north, treading the path accepted by his forefathers and great men, to devote himself completely to the thought of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he lived in that way wherever he went. So fully he dedicated himself to serve Krishna, to think of him. And wherever our Gurudev told us, he told me, and some other one person also told me, that Gurudev told me, wherever you will go, you should speak Krishna Katha. You should hear and you should speak. And he thought that Gurudev gave something special for me. But I said, Gurudev said the same thing to me also. Wherever you will go, you should hear about Krishna and you should speak about Krishna. If you are serious for progress in your devotion, wherever you will be, wherever you will go, you have to practice this. And either you will have public program or house program or whatever, it doesn't matter. Your practice is same. You have to hear about Krishna from bona fide sources, realized souls and Shastra, and you have to repeat that. So Gurudev gave this to all. This is our practice. But of course, everyone may also feel, personally Gurudev gave me, it is specially, so that is also okay, no problem. But if someone thinks, I got this exclusively, others did not, it is like saying, I'm the only one who got Harinam from Gurudev. No. Hari is the father of all. No one can own him. And every child has a right to call his father. So any kind of false pride we have to give up to sincerely worship Krishna. So here Yudhishthir Maharaj, he lived in that way wherever he went. Why? Because it does not depend on place. He is the one and the same person wherever he goes. He realized, I'm eternal servant of Krishna. Krishna is eternal, I'm eternal. My relation with him is eternal as a servant. So wherever I am, I'm same, and my duty is same. I have to serve him. So it is like, and for such a devotee, there is no material life and spiritual life, like two lives, one material life, one spiritual life. He has only one life. One life, he's always conscious, I'm eternal servant of Krishna. He cannot do anything else but serving Krishna. Whatever he is doing, even like going to job or bathing or cooking or cleaning or whatever, that is not his material life. He's doing everything for the service of Krishna. So he has only one life. Spiritual life means life in reality. At all time, at all places. Sarvetam anu nirjagmur Bratara krita nishchaya kalina dharma mitrena drishtva sprishtah praja bhuvi. The younger brothers of Maharaj Yudhishthir observed that the age of Kali had already arrived throughout the world and that the citizens of the kingdom were already affected by irreligious practice. Therefore, they decided to follow in the footsteps of their elder brother. Like Srila Gaur-Govinda Sai Maharaj, he told, this world is not a fit place for gentlemen to stay. He repeated what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur told. So, all the troubles in this world and this, what you see, may also be seen as useful to bring you to this point. I don't want to stay here. I don't want this. And it can push you to dedicate yourself completely to the service of Krishna. They also saw this, so they renounced. By getting experience of this world suffering, that is good, because that will inspire us to not want more, but to give up that and go for real life. Te sadhu krita sarvartha gyatvatyantikam atmana manasa dharayam asur vaikunta charanam bhujam. They all had performed all the principles of religion and as a result rightly decided that the lotus feet of the Lord Shri Krishna are the supreme goal of all. Therefore, they meditated upon his feet without interruption. This is what we have to achieve. A realization of our eternal relation with Krishna. Then it is possible to always think of him, always serve him. That is coming on the stage of Nishta, when anarthas are subdued and you come to that platform of being humbler than the blade of grass, meaning you realized, I am not of this world. I belong to Krishna. There is no false vanity there, false pride, false ego, not there. Because grass is standing and anyone can step on it. So low birth. Someone steps, it will go down. When he will step off, then grass will again gradually come up to stand. Means she wants to say, I am someone in this world. I have some identity. So humbler than a blade of grass means we have to be free from all egos of this world. I am not of this world. Not Kshatriya, Brahman, any kind of false, gross and subtle ego, one has to give up and realize that he is eternal spiritual spark belonging to Krishna, conscious particle belonging to Krishna, that is Trinada Pisanichana and Tarora Pisahisnana. He will not wish to harm anyone. or to take revenge or exploit anyone, like a tree. Tree will never say, you give me water. He will not give trouble to others for his own maintenance. And he will help all others with whatever they need, even if they cut him, he will not protest like this. So that is possible only for someone who is in real ego. You cannot artificially imitate this. And whatever is coming, some suffering someone is giving, he is seeing it is by the will of Krishna, it is his grace. Nothing can happen without his will. I did some bad activities before, so now I'm getting this result. Krishna is very merciful to me. He's not blaming anyone, not revengeful, not malicious, all this. This is possible only for someone who is in real ego. And Amanina, he's not demanding any kind of respect from anyone. And giving due respect to all, giving them value, due value to all. So one who is in that realization on the stage of Nishta, then he can do Kirtanya Sadahuri. One can chant holy name always only with these four qualities. Or you can reduce it to one who realized his eternal relation with Krishna. Then he will naturally always think of Krishna. He cannot forget him. Impossible, because always he is Krishna conscious. So here they understood Krishna is the goal. So, and we are eternally related to him. That is actual relation. All these relations are temporary and false. No jiva is mother of another jiva. That is false. No jiva is the son of another jiva, or husband and wife. This is all false. One jiva cannot be this to another jiva. That is only bodily relation, but that is temporary and not reality. One jiva has relation with another jiva as jiva to jiva, not as husband to wife or mother to child. I am of Krishna, he is also of Krishna. Like brother and sister, transcendental brother and sister in relation to Krishna. Otherwise, why, when Narad Goswami in front of Chitraketu Maharaj, he brought the jiva back to the dead body of a boy, his son. Chitraketu Maharaj was crying. So Narad brought the jiva again in the body and asked him, why you are going from this place? You don't see how much your parents are crying for you? Then the jiva first asked, which parents? I had many parents in my lives, previous lives. I had many parents. Which one you mean? Means that is not that we are having one parent. Next, we had another parent in past life. We don't remember that mother, that father. And in next life, we will not remember these ones. Because that is only bodily thing. And when the parents, they have one child. It is not that they produced that child. That child was existing before already, as Atma was existing before he was born. Already he was existing before, and he was doing many activities. and he had another parents and many activities doing. So in this life, he is getting certain reaction to those actions in past lives, and these parents, they cannot do anything to change that, because it is not that they produced him, and they are having many children, but why certain things are happening to one child and not to another? Another thing is happening to another like this. They are born from same parents. Why there is difference? They are getting same food, same milk, same affection, same this upbringing, raising, all this they're getting same. But why one becomes a criminal, one becomes like good? Why? They're getting same. Same teaching from parents. You should not do this. This is good. This is bad. Same rice, everything. So this is not actually real. These bodily relations are not real, like from one jiva to another. It is only temporary, as we see also those sons of Marichi. They laughed at Brahma when he was playing pastime to show conditioned souls that how lust is very strong. Brahma was running after his own daughter. So those sons, they were laughing at Brahma with improper mood. So they were cursed to become demons. Then they were born as sons of Kalnemi Maharaj, who was a demon working under Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu, you know, he got all three worlds. Everything was, he was the sole dictator of three worlds by his power. Everyone was doing everything out of fear of him. And he had discipline. Nothing can be done without his permission. But this Kalnemi Maharaj was so affectionate to his sons that he even risked this, that he sent them to do some tapasya for their benefit without asking for permission from Hiranyakashipu. He risked that due to affection to sons. Hiranyakashipu came to know, then he also cursed and killed. He cursed that in your next life, Kalnemi, you will kill your own sons. But they are not actually his sons. He's thinking now in this world, they are sons of Marichi. So next life, Kalnemi became Kamsa, and Devaki is his sister. And Devaki had 6 sons with Vasudeva. And when Kamsa heard that any of the child may be the one who will kill him, because that sound said, the 8th child will kill you. So Vasudeva said, 8th child will kill you. So why you want to kill Devaki? And it will take long time for 8 children to be born. And also I promise you, I will bring you all my children to you when they will be born. So don't kill Devaki. Then Kamsa did not kill Devaki. So when the first son was born, then he brought that son to Kamsa. And Kamsa said, I'm not worried about your first son. You take him. So 6 sons were there. They were living. But when Narad came, then Narad, Kamsa told him what happened, everything. Then Narad said, but that voice which was telling 8th child will kill you, that is counted from beginning or from rare side? So, and also I heard demigods, they are taking birth there in BHAGAVATAM and in Yadu family. I heard, so Kamsa then became suspicious that yes, if Devaki had, means if Devaki has in her like karma, she's not conditioned soul, but in her karma to have 12 children, so the 8th one from back will be the 4th one. So then he became suspicious. No, the 2nd one, not the 4th one, 2nd one. Yes. No, 4th one, yes, it was correct. That child will kill me. So he was worried. Any child may be the one who will kill me. So he took those 6 children, and in front of Devaki's eyes, in front of mother, he threw that child to the ground with great force to kill him. Same children for which he was risking his life in previous life to risk his life to be punished by Hiranyakashipu. So much affection in previous life, and now he's killing same, his own children, killing mercilessly. So what kind of relationships are these? It is all temporary, and it is false in the sense that this is not real relation between one jiva and another jiva in reality. So then, when these killed sons were brought back by Krishna to Devaki, they already died, but Devaki requested, I heard you brought back the sons of your guru, I also want to have my sons back because I had no time to breastfeed them. So Krishna brought them, and they took the milk of Devaki, and that milk was already drank by Krishna before, so it is now his prasad. So by taking Krishna's prasad, they were rescued from that sin. After taking that milk, they just went away from Devaki. Then Devaki said, no, my sons, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't leave me. Where are you going? You are my sons. Then they said, no, we are not your sons. What you are saying? We are sons of Marichi. So this teaching is given. Devaki is a liberated soul, but they are giving this teaching to us. That this is all like this. So here, the brothers also, all other 4 brothers, they also understood, yes. It is better that we completely dedicate ourselves to Krishna, because that is real relation, and in relation to him with all jivas, that is real relation, that is eternal. So this we have to realize by proper practice under the guidance of Guru. Tat dhyano driktaya bhaktya vishuddha dishanah pare tasmin narayana pade ekanta matayo gatil. avapur duravapamte asadbir vishayatmabhi viduta kalmashastanam virajenatma naiva hi. Thus, by pure consciousness, due to constant devotional remembrance, they attain the spiritual sky, which is ruled over by the Supreme Lord Narayan or Lord Krishna. The God is one. He has in different pastimes, different forms, but He's one. This is attained only by those who meditate upon the one Supreme Lord without deviation. This abode of the Lord Shri Krishna, known as Golok Vrindavan, cannot be attained by persons who are absorbed in the material conception of life. This is my husband. This is my wife. This is my child. This is my car, my house. I am working. This is all material conception of life. As long as one is in such material conception of life, he cannot attain ultimate goal of life, to reach the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. You have to come out from this false vision by realization. Then you will have no any desire for any enjoyment in this world, no desire at all. Your exclusive one desire is only service of Krishna, His satisfaction. When you are established in this realization, this platform, then only you are eligible to go to Krishna, otherwise not. As long as any misconceptions, desires related to body and bodily relations are there, it is keeping us in Maya. But it is not enough only to know theoretically and to understand, but we have to practice and get that realization. But the Pandavas, being completely washed of all material contamination, attained that abode in their very same bodies. That is spiritualized or spiritual, because already they are person associate, so it was shown in this way. But that is not material body, only form is same. It is not material. Like Dhruva also, he also went with same form, but it is not material body. Viduropi Parityaja, this will be in 11th canto. Krishna will tell to Uddhava, my devotee is transcendental. His body is transcendental. Even Jnani's body is of Triguna, like liberated Jnani, but he is not fully transcendental. But my devotee is fully transcendental. Viduropi Parityajya Prabhase Deham Atmana Krishna Veshana Tachita Pitribhik Svakshayam Yayo. Vidur, while on pilgrimage, left his body at Prabhas. Prabhas Kshetra, one holy place is there. Because he was absorbed in thought of Krishna, he was received by the denizens of the Pitriloka planet, where he returned to his original post. You know, Yamaraj, by the curse of that Mandavya Muni, he became Vidur. But he was not in forgetfulness. Yamaraj is one of the 12 Mahajanas. Those who know Bhagavat Dharma. In Bhagavatam is there 12 Mahajanas. Shukadev, Shiva, tomorrow we'll hear about him. Janaka, Bhishma, all these, they know Bhagavad Dharma, means they know pure devotion. Yamaraj is a pure devotee. But he has certain function to do. So when, that is as a service to Krishna, so when he was absent, as we heard, another was doing that function. It is not that Yamaraj is giving the fruits of actions. He is also instrumental. Ultimately, Krishna is the giver of all fruits of actions. But Yamaraj is engaged in when, if someone has mixed sinful activities and pious activities, then he will be brought to him to see that you can see yourself what you did. Then you are asked, you want first this or this. But for devotees, they will not go to Yamaraj. And those who did only pious activities also not, like Yudhishthira Maharaj. If we see from Karma Kant perspective, but otherwise that is mercy of Krishna. He is giving us teaching through that, not out of harm wishing to anyone. It is for our own good. We have to learn, get a lesson. So Yamaraj is also not some heavy guy who punishes. He is very eager to give suffering to others. No, that is not his character. He is all merciful. He is pure devotee of Krishna. He is full of compassion, totally full. So he is doing that job as a servant of Krishna so that jivas may realize about the nature of their activities. As I always tell that, one child does not believe to other experienced persons that taking drugs is not good. He's having his own conception. No, I will be happy, all my problems will be solved. That is wrong conception. So when he will take that, then the real fact will be shown. The results will come. He will not get that happiness which he thought he will get, and he will ruin his health, body, everything, his life, totally he will ruin. So through that result, he will understand, yes, they were right. It was not good activity. My conception was wrong. So like that, we think by enjoying Maya or by doing this enjoyment within Maya like this, that is very good. But then if we are not ready to hear Shastra and Guru and Krishna, not ready to hear, so we are doing those activities, then through results we will understand, yes, this is the real nature of these activities. We will not get what we thought we will get. That was Maya. So in this way they are giving. Krishna is giving and Yamaraj is giving out of compassion, not out of malice, wanting to give suffering to someone, to harm. They are not in Tamoguna. They are not in Rajoguna. They are not even in Satyaguna. Yamaraj is a pure devotee of Krishna. And Krishna is Suhrid Sarvadehinam. He is friend of all. He is having affection, love for all. He is pure devotee also. When Durvasa Rishi came to Narayan, he told him, your devotees, they're getting this quality of compassion from you because you are having that. So you please be compassionate to me. Then Narayan said, yes, it is true, but from where one will be compassionate? Only from the heart can one have compassion, not from mind, from heart. But my heart is stolen by my devotees. It is not with me. My heart is at Ambarish. So if you want, you have to go to him. I am not independent. My heart is already there. So then Durvasa Rishi had to go. So like that, all these pure devotees, they do not have a tinge of any desire to harm anyone. But as a mother will try to teach her child when he will repeatedly want to do something wrong, sometimes she may slap. Don't do this. Not because she wants to give pain to the child, but because she wants to make him understand. So Krishna is trying to make us understand these are wrong activities. We are not ready to hear, then we have to get the result and learn. Draupadi cha tadagyaya patinam anapekshatam Vasudeve Bhagavati Hyekantam apatam. Draupadi also saw that her husbands, she's having 5 husbands, Panchapandavas, without caring for her, were leaving home. She knew well about Lord Vasudeva Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Both she and Subhadra became absorbed in thoughts of Krishna and attained the same results as their husbands. This is proper thing to do. All jivas, they have to surrender to Krishna for his service, not to each other for some separate service. If someone is assisting another for the service of Krishna, that is okay. But not anything separately outside of Krishna. Then that will give suffering. It is necessary for all jivas, whether sons, whether parents, whether husbands, whether wives, whether friends, or whatever, all should realize their relationship with Krishna and serve him, and serve all other jivas in relation to Krishna, means to help them, to encourage them, to guide them, or to get guidance on the service of Krishna, cooperation for the service of Krishna. Then that will be okay. But immediately when there is any separate desire to enjoy, to exploit on material, then that will be reactionary. So Draupadi also and Subhadra, they practiced. So all should, and this will help all others. Like you know, here husbands, they went to serve Krishna. So wives also went. In the case of Saubhari Rishi, you have, he went to forest after understanding what I did with this lust. That is all wrong. He came to his senses. First he was enjoying, but then he came to his senses and he gave up that propensity and went to forest and fully dedicated himself to Krishna and his all 50 wives, the daughters of Mandata, they also went with him to forest and they also served Krishna. They became pure devotees, following him. And Jajati Maharaj will also come in Bhagavatam. He was enjoying 1000 years with his wife. Then he came to senses, by this I cannot remove lusty propensities, and by enjoyment you cannot remove. It is like putting ghee on fire. It will never be extinguished. Only it will increase. So he came to his senses out after 1000 years. Then he gave up that action and he surrendered to Krishna, became pure devotee. Then he spoke to his wife about his realization through some story we will come to know. So that, not directly speaking, but through some story, so that his wife could understand through that story that he's speaking his own story and that she's also there inside, but not directly, so that ego is not hurt. Then she also became pure devotee, following him, husband. Sometimes husband following wife, sometimes wife following husband, but the main point is all jivas, they should establish their relationship with Krishna and serve him and with others in relation to Krishna, not separately. Otherwise, if any separate thinking is there, separate enjoyment, something that will bring suffering inevitably. Attachment, separation, suffering. And quarrel. So just one verse to end this chapter. Yah shradayai tat bhagavat priyanam pandoh sutanam iti samprayanam Shrinotyalam swastyayanam pavitram labdva haro bhakti upaiti siddhim. The subject of the departure of the sons of Pandu for the ultimate goal of life, back to Godhead, is fully auspicious and is perfectly pure. Therefore, anyone who hears this narration with devotional faith certainly gains the devotional service of the Lord, the highest perfection of life. These topics of Bhagavatam are like this. This is the result. So then someone may ask, then why Jagannath ordered Padmavati to marry Jayadev Goswami? Or why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Srinivasacharya to marry that girl and then again like this? That is not this ordinary marriage for the sake of some separate thing. It is for cooperation, for assisting each other in the service of Krishna. Dharma Patni. Dharma Pati and Dharma Patni. For the sake of Dharma, husband, and for the sake of Dharma, wife. Dharma, for the sake of service of Krishna. That is okay. Like Brahmachari and Sannyasi, they will cooperate for the service of Krishna. Like husband and wife can also cooperate for the service of Krishna. But immediately when there is any separate desire, either in ascetic ashram or in this ashram, if there is any anartha there, it will give suffering. Tomorrow we will hear about Vaishnavanam Jata Shambhu, Shiva. Shivaratri tomorrow, Shiva Chaturdashi. In our mat, fasting is optional because as a Vaishnava or as a expansion of Vishnu, in both ways you can see. So it is optional. In some Gauriya mats it is compulsory. In our mat it is optional to fast.